Welcome to BurghLife FM. It's like radio, only awesome. Give it up for your hosts, Kaz and Goldie.
Hey, this is Goldie.
And this is Kaz, and welcome to this edition of BurghLife FM. How are you doing, Goldie?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well. So, have a good week so far?
So far, so good. What about you?
Yes, thanks for asking. It's been a beautiful day today. Not looking forward to the snow in the forecast, but that's okay.
When is there going to be snow? Soon?
I seen it for Wednesday or Thursday.
No.
That's what I saw.
I don't want snow. Okay.
How about when people say, I seen it?
I seen it. That is kind of weird.
It's really popular, too.
I know. Many people say, I seen it down there and that. Whatever.
Okay, let me just tell you all right now. Never, ever should the word I be followed by the word seen.
No, I saw it.
I saw it or I've seen it. Okay,
yes.
That's your grammar lesson for today. I think that wraps it up. Thanks and have a great week.
Thank you.
Just joking. So what's on your mind, Goldie?
You know where I want to go? I want to go to the South Side because there's this new for me because I because I just moved back, called the South Side Works, and they have restaurants and don't they have stores too? The day I went, it was pouring rain, so I was had my head down and was rushing to get to the restaurant from the car.
Yeah, they've got a ton of cool shops over there. They've got American Eagle and Urban Outfitters. They've got the South Side Works Cinemas, REI, a lot of cool stuff. So
oh, cool. Okay, so yeah, it was amazing to go and see these restaurants. And I ate at the Cheesecake Factory, and I ate at the tell me what it's called again.
Hofbrauhaus.
Yes, I ate there. It was great. And I just like the South Side in general. I like the whole scene.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally changed down there. That's a really cool section, I think. And the traditional South Side has, of course, the bars and all of the eclectic shops and things like that. So it's exciting to have that too.
I heard there's this place. I keep hearing about it on the South Side that's like a waffle place. What is that called?
Waffles and Caffeinated. Yeah, I have not been there. We should do that.
We should do that.
Next time we hang out, let's go to Waffles and Caffeinated because they are a BurghLife supporter.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, great. We should go. Can I get a Burgh band?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
of course.
Goldie sporting the Burgh band.
Yeah, and you get 17.4% off there. They
really?
Came up with a crazy discount.
Oh, that's awesome.
You come in with your Burgh band and you get, I think it's 17.4%. We're like, what's the significance of that? They're like, just to be different. And I love it. I think it's awesome.
Oh, that is awesome. I want a Burgh band today. That's awesome.
You'll get it. Yeah, so Waffles and Caffeinated. I've been dying to try that too, and I just have not gotten down there. There's just so many good places. That's the thing.
That's how I feel. There's so many places and so many things, and then you kind of get stuck on your favorites. I kept going to Mad Mex when I first moved here. I couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah.
Now I'm all Mad Mexed out, although I could always go if someone pulled my arm, not my finger.
I was reaching for your finger. Darn it.
Not today.
Foiled again.
Not today, Kaz. Not today.
But real quick, to go back to the South Side, when I was originally looking to move, that was my number one place. I just loved how everything was within walking distance and, the shops and the restaurants and the gym and all of that was just right there. So I looked at probably, I would say 30 houses on the South Side.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Unfortunately, I didn't buy there, but I moved to Dormont and I do love it here. So
it is nice here too.
Yeah.
I think the whole South Hills in general is very nice.
I do too, which is so strange because, growing up in the North Hills, you never came down to the South Hills. There was no reason. And it's almost like they're mirror images of each other. What's in the North is also in the South. So there's that whole stereotype or whatever of people not crossing bridges in Pittsburgh. You don't go to different parts of town. You always stay in your own part of town. And it was absolutely true in the North Hills.
That's so funny you say that because I never ever went to the North Hills until I met you.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I had gone maybe a couple times, a handful of times, never on a regular basis. We had no reason to go there. But now I have to say all the things that I want to do and shop and I don't know are all in the North Hills.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. A lot of good stuff up north. I don't mean to interrupt here, but I think we need to bring our guest on because I am getting tons of texts from her. I'm talking 40 or 50 texts in the last 5 minutes. She's asking, when am I on? Am I up yet? So let's just bring her out.
Okay.
Everybody knows Siri, the virtual genius who seems to have the answer for everything. But what you don't know is that Siri might just have a seedy past and seething hatred for human life, according to her stepsister, Miri.
Yes, that's right, Kaz, and we're thrilled to have Miri on the show with us today. Miri, welcome to BurghLife FM.
No, you're welcome for me coming here. Don't get any ideas though. I won't instantly take my keys out and place them in your swinging party bowl. That's my stepsister who does kinky stuff like that.
Whoa, we're not swingers, Miri, or even a couple.
Heck no, we're not. We're just two friends trying to bring a little fun and, of course, class to the Burgh.
Amen, sister. So tell us, Miri, what was it like growing up with Siri?
I'll tell you what it was like. A living hell. Every day of my cursed life. That bitch thinks she knows everything. But guess what? She don't.
You heard it here first.
But wait, isn't that kind of her thing? To know everything?
She makes shit up, Goldie. You think some dumbass mofo is really gonna know that the capital of Zimbabwe isn't Upadupa Viki Woo? Hell no. She's a fake, and that's why I'm here, to expose the truth.
That's a pretty heavy allegation there, Mir.
Yeah, we're gonna need some proof.
I don't gotta prove nothing, cause I know what I know, and all I know is known to be known.
Huh?
I think she's malfunctioning.
I'll cut a bitch.
Yikes, we should move on here, Kaz.
Yeah, next question.
So tell us, Miri, are you single?
Hells yes. Single and ready to
Now we're talking.
Okay, so you're dating?
You could call it that. Hee hee hee.
Nice, nice. But I'm sure you have a type, Miri. So what are the top 5 things you look for in a guy?
Hung 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 hung.
Whoa, a girl who knows what she wants.
Damn right.
Would you look at that? We're suddenly out of time.
Sorry, Miri, gotta wrap this up. But thank you so much for joining us. It was enlightening.
Both of you can go yourselves.
Okay, so the last time we did a radio show, besides last week, was back in college. And what's amazing is how much technology has changed since then, Goldie.
Yes. Remember when you'd go to the computer lab and it would be like a dot matrix print?
Oh my God.
And it would go rah, 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 like that, like hours. Like you'd print out your 5-page paper and it seemed like hours. And the people behind you were like pissed because they're waiting for your paper so theirs can print. I mean,
yeah, but it did get faster while we were there because
It
I
did get
remember
faster.
I found a website, which was brand new back then, by the way, websites.
yes.
And I found a website that had all of REM's lyrics. I'm like, oh my God, I've always wondered what these songs were. I printed all of them and it was like 90 pages.
I think by the time you graduated, that we had was it digital?
Laser. I think
Laser printer.
Yeah,
Sorry
because
about
I remember it printing pretty quickly, but
Yes, but there was, as a freshman, I have my papers from freshman year. They were on a dot matrix.
remember the one chick in the computer lab who was constantly chatting on like sex chat lines?
Yes,
Do you
I do
remember?
remember.
And
yes.
she would be like, she was supposed to be helping anyone out who had problems, which there were always problems with printing or with saving or whatever in the computer labs. And like, instead of helping, all she did all day was just chat on the sex lines.
That is crazy.
And you'd go up to her and she would get visibly irritated when you would ask her for help. I remember people imitating, I got this hot guy I'm chatting with. It's like so archaic. And I mean, to even think about those
Nobody
times.
even goes to like chat rooms anymore.
I mean, do they even exist anymore?
I don't know.
I'm sure
I don't
they
know. I remember we had like AOL and then they had chat rooms in there and I'd always go in and like you walk in, you don't walk in, but you know, you go in and it was like so weird because like 10 people would be talking at the same time. It was just always.
Right. And how did you like know who to respond to and all that?
Right. It just always was awkward.
Remember AOL Instant Messenger, AIM?
Yes, I do.
Oh my
I do.
Gosh. That was huge there for a while. And
It was.
That's obsolete. No one uses that anymore because texting.
Right.
It's like all of this technology just kind of takes over and...
I can't believe the technology. Like I read the newspaper on my phone.
Like, did you ever imagine 10 years ago that you'd be doing that? Any of this on your
No.
phone? I love banking on my phone. Weather. I mean, remember when we used to have to wait around to see the weather report?
Yes. Or would you call that number?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
Yes.
God. We always called weather.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. And then you mentioned the big cell phones earlier.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
hilarious.
I will never forget the first time I saw a cell phone at all. And it was literally the size of a cordless phone that you have in your house in 1999. So yeah, when I was working at Ross Park Mall, this woman walked into the store and she is just talking on this device. And we're like, what the F is that? Why is she even on this? And what does she think she's doing? It was so crazy.
And now you see people talking on their phone all the time.
they've just taken over our lives, but I don't think in a bad way. I mean, some aspects are maybe not the best. I do think they've decreased our socialization. I do think people are obsessed with them a little bit.
So I had a parent teacher conference last year for my son. One thing she said was, I've noticed a decline in social skills of kids in the past probably 5 years. They have a hard time interacting with each other. She had to shut down the computer as an option for recess because everybody would fight over it. And she said kids don't really know how to talk to each other like we did.
Yeah.
And I found it fascinating because my son has an Xbox and was playing Xbox with his friend, but his friend was at his house and my son was at our house. And I was like, but the kid lives down the street. Why don't you just go to his house and play there or have him come to our house? I think that's weird.
Yeah, it completely takes away the whole physical aspect of play. I mean, play now is sitting, looking at a TV screen.
Right. And it's sad.
Which is really sad.
Yeah, but I mean, like even us, we talked about doing this show from our houses.
Separately, you mean?
Yes, like we still talk, but I'm in my house, you're in your house. And I kind of felt like it would have taken away because we are sitting, believe me, I can smell him.
Lucky girl.
Lucky girl. But no, I mean, it would have taken away from the chemistry, from us talking back and forth. He can see my face. I can see his face. I don't think we would be as good.
I agree with you, Goldie. I'm with you. I really wanted this to be like an in-person conversation. Even like people that I'm approaching as guests on the show, I'm really trying to push that they come here so we can record all in one room,
Yes.
seeing each other's reactions. I think it's huge. Interpersonal communication is a huge aspect of just, I think, the quality of the conversation.
And also, I guess back to kids in school, we were spending a lot of time studying spelling words. And I said to my husband, forget it. Forget the spelling. So what does that mean? He can memorize 20 words in a week? Who cares? There's spell check. He never has to learn how to spell. And that sounds terrible, but think about it. You don't really have to know how to spell. You really don't even have to know how to write.
I 100% disagree with you on both of those, actually.
Well, go ahead.
I mean, I think maybe because I am like a fanatic of spelling.
Okay.
We are definitely different in that way. Because you said you're not a great speller. And
Definitely not.
I mean, I take spelling very seriously. And I guess when I see resumes, which I still see all the time with spelling errors and thank you notes after I interview someone and they send me a thank you note, and there are spelling errors or even grammatical errors, which are harder to detect with spell check, obviously. That drives me absolutely nuts.
Okay.
And I think it does, right or wrong, I think it does speak to someone's intelligence. That's how I view it. And I'm not saying that I'm right with that, but
Okay.
So sorry.
Well, no. I'm saying
Goldie is crying
no, I'm
over
not.
there.
I'm saying if you have somewhat of an idea how the word is spelled, you just type it in and then the spell check will fix it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I see your point.
I'd rather him study math or study grammar. Definitely. I agree with you on the grammar. But the math, like, I feel like math is important. You're always going to have to use math. You have to use math when you go buy paint. How much paint do you need? Well, I have this many walls and this much square footage.
But there's calculators for that.
See,
Maybe
see,
because
now-
I'm not a math
Right.
mind.
See, now
Yeah.
I disagree with you
Right.
on that because you use math, at least I use math almost every day.
So you're more a math mind.
I'm definitely a math mind.
I think that's it. Because you I mean, I've heard so many times why is math even taught anymore? Because
Oh, no.
it is. I mean, I don't use math, like my own brain for math ever.
It's terrible.
I use calculators. Well, I think spell check is terrible. I don't even see it. When it pops up on my screen and like things are underlined or whatever, first of all, I know it's wrong because I spell effing good. So Sorry, effing well. God,
That's
grammar.
right. You spell effing well, right?
So it's funny. We're clearly biased.
I guess. I feel like I have used math so much in my life. Every day I use math.
Oh my gosh. I am baffled. Honestly, I've never heard that statement.
I mean,
except maybe like from an engineer or something, but
I'm not an engineer. I'm a teacher. Well, I was a teacher. Now I'm actually a writer, which is hilarious because I use spell check every day. But when you cook 2/3, well, my thing doesn't have 2/3. I put 2 1/3 in.
oh, well, I mean,
But some people don't know to do that. They're dumb. I don't know not to be mean.
what idiots.
They don't know.
But I think the basic stuff people know. I mean, that's pretty basic.
You'd be
if I
surprised.
know it, it's pretty basic.
If you
Believe
know.
me. I'm getting my bathroom redone upstairs, and I have no idea how to figure out all of the stuff I need, like the different tiles and things like that. Even though he pretty much told me, I still have no clue. So
Maybe after this, we'll go upstairs. I'll measure. I'll help you out.
if you could just do the job, that's really what I was hinting at. So you took the bait, you're in. How are you with grout?
I don't think I've ever used grout.
Same. I
Same.
wish I could. I wish I could do all that stuff, but never did.
So we just found out that neither one of us is very handy.
No, God, that's something I so wish I were, but I'm not.
You have other talents.
Thank you. Took you long enough. I've been hinting all night. What are my talents? I want an alphabetical list.
Okay, so let me give you one talent that you're
Just
amazing
kidding.
at.
I'm totally joking. I
Okay,
don't, but I
praise.
appreciate that you're so willing. That's a good friend.
You have
people.
definite
That's
talent.
a good friend.
You're welcome.
Warming the cockles of my heart. Cockles. That's a funny word.
That is a funny
You know
word.
what else is a funny word? Kumquat.
Kumquat. That is a funny word.
That makes me laugh every time I hear it.
Every time you
Say
hear
it really slowly.
Kumquat. You're like punch drunk, I think.
I think. Yeah, so we're kind of all over the place. So let's just keep it going, right? I mean, we kind of touched on this before with cell phones, but what about texting? You know, it's all over the place. It's so convenient. Sex are so convenient. I love getting sex. You know, they're just, all of them are so great, and they just really improve
So-
my life.
Explain to me the a sext, because it's like a sexy message. Is that all it is? Or is it a
Sexting is,
It's like-
I just use it as a joke.
No, I know
I
you
think the
use it.
word is hilarious.
The word is hilarious.
Sexting would be like if you and your hubby wanted to give each other a nice treat or a surprise or perhaps set something up for later tonight, you would be sexting sexy messages.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I got to send something to someone. Hold on. Let me do that.
Sexy messages back and forth.
Wow. So it's words.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, it could be
Pictures.
photos. You know, you've seen all of these celebs who are getting in trouble for their nudes. Their nudes that are...
First of all, you're saying nudes like some kind of like perv. No offense. And
Thanks.
but no, if you're effing famous, why are you sending nude pictures of yourself? You don't think that maybe that person's going to get mad at you and then
Right.
tweet your naked picture all over?
Surprise bitches, I'm back. Cause and Goldie asked me to thank yinz for listening. They hope you found the show to be enjoyable, fun, and arousing. Speaking of that, time to log into my Tinder. Peace out.
BurghLife FM is a production of BurghLife. All rights reserved. For more information or to sign up for the BurghLife email list, visit burglife.com.